I'm just thinking about the block function on YouTube. So at the moment, it seems to me at least, that if you block someone, it's either an aggressive act in which, you know, it just feels like an assault, doesn't it, if someone blocks you. But at the same time, it's also a very kind of passive act. You know, you're effectively saying, oh no, not listening, not listening. You know, you're putting this kind of wall up between you. It has that kind of a... That's kind of how I understand it. You know, this block is like a big wall that separates you. So they can't come and encroach on your land, I guess, you know, in your environment. They can't post comments on your videos, they can't send you personal messages, I don't think, at least, anyway. They can reply to your comments on other people's comment sections, which I think is a bit weird, but so it's not you that they're denied access to, it's this bit of property, your channel, isn't it, that they're denied access to, and it's like a wall. But I'm trying to think of a more nuanced way of thinking about what a block is. I mean, first, just to say, I don't think blocking has got anything to do with censorship. You know, at least amongst us, you know, because we're on a level playing field here. And if I block you or if you block me, then we haven't stopped each other speaking, have we? We haven't denied each other a platform. I think there might be a case to argue for that with very large YouTubers or large channels, simply because, you know, they have, if you've got a very loud speaking voice, so to speak, if you've got a lot of subscribers and a lot of people listening to what you say and are overhearing the conversations that take place in your comment section, if that's you, then clearly blocking someone from that active comment section that's got a large number of subscribers, it is a much more substantial thing to do. Come on, Phoebes, come on down here. But even then, I'm not sure, you know. But either way, generally I don't think blocking has anything to do with censorship, but that's not the point I wanted to make. This thing about blocking, as I say, is like a wall, but I'm trying to reimagine it as more like a geographical feature. You know, rather than like an architectural feature, a wall that you build between you and the noisy neighbours next door who keep, you know, throwing bottles over your garden wall and shouting, having rows in the street. Rather than building that wall, there's just a gentle geographical feature which separates you, you know, like a hill or an incline, which separates where you live from where they live. And yeah, you don't even need to fall out with those people. It's not aggressive in that sense. It's just a little bit more difficult to talk to that person. You know, you'd have to meet somewhere else on common ground, perhaps, like the comment section of someone else's video, which I'm perceiving as kind of, you know, if they're over there, over this hedge, which has got a hill behind it, if they're over there, then I could still talk to them, but I'd have to go around, I'd have to meet them around there, come across them perhaps in the comments section, where it's not exactly neutral territory, but we're both, neither of us own that land, we're both there by the gift of someone else tolerating us, and so we should probably behave ourselves and not argue in front of the neighbours, you know, not argue in someone else's living room. It's rude, isn't it? So yeah, this block, it's just like, I think it's just like an architectural feature. That's what it should be. In fact, if I was to build an instantiation, if I was Pyrrho and I was building the map, you know, the island, what I would do is I would find a way of pushing one another apart a wee bit, allowing the earth just to come up between us a wee bit, just to, not because we don't like each other, but just so we can live in adjacent valleys. You know what I mean? There's this saying, isn't there, good fences get good neighbours. But in some cases I think fences aren't quite enough. You need good distribution of land, make good neighbours. Phoebe agrees.